Hello everyone, this is Praveen Kumar and I hope you all guys are doing great. Today we will cover a situation which I have encountered previously in my current project where I have to switch to different tables. I have published a report in the Power BI services and then I want to switch it from development to testing. UAT means testing and then from UAT to prod. So we don't need to create three different reports. We just need to switch from development to UAT, UAT to prod by using on-premises gateway, and then I have to use parameter there. So this is the complete flow of my dashboard report. I have some tables like development table, UAT, and production table, which is from MySQL database. So our source is MySQL, which is connected to Power BI desktop. I have created a report there. And in this report, I have created some parameters so that I can switch from dev to UAT, UAT to prod. Now I have used on-premises data gateway, which is creating a bridge between Power BI services and your local Power BI desktop. So it will help for changing the tables and for refreshing your dashboard also. So I will show you how you can install and how you can set up this on-premises data gateway in your local and in your Power BI services. Then we will publish this report into the services and we will see how we can switch this table in Power BI services. So first we will create a sample table in MySQL. So I have already installed MySQL in my system and I'm going to my first connection. I'm giving the password and I will create some database like for doing this thing all. So I'm creating a database name like create database and I'm just giving the name like testing testing for like parameter. I'm just giving this the name of this our database. Now I'm using this database, so I'm again copy and pasting it here, and then I'm using use keyword. If I run this, you can see here, I goes inside this testing parameter database. Now I will create three tables, one for UAT, other for dev, and another for production. So create table, then I'm giving the name dev, and inside that table, I will create one column, which name is test call. And this is for varchar, like I want to store a variable, like we can say string values only. So I'm using varchar and giving here 255. And let me copy and paste it again 3 times. So now I'm giving here UAT for testing table and pro for production table. And the column name is same, like it is fine for us. Let me create these three tables. I'm selecting and running it. So if I refresh it again and if I go inside this table, I can see these three tables is now created. Now I want to insert some data, like I want to insert some data in this test column, which is indicating like we can differentiate whether this is the dev table and this is a UAT or this is a prod. So I will use insert into and then I will use dev and then inside this parenthesis I will give the column name and then values I want dev. In dev table I want dev. Similarly, I will copy this two more time and inside the UAT I will UAT table I want UAT value and inside a prod I want prod as a value. Now I will run this three command. So if I select and show the value, select star from dev. If I show the value, you will see dev is inside this test call column. Again, if I want to see for UAT, so select star from UAT, I can see here there is UAT. Similarly, I can see for prod also. I select star prod, I can see prod. So this is like I have created my database, and inside that I have created three tables for different environment, and there I have inserted some values for differentiating whether this is a dev table, UAT table, or prod table. Now I will connect this database to Power BI services. Now I will go to this home and then get data. And here I have more option. So here I will search for MySQL database. And inside this MySQL, I need to give the server name. So I'm using it my local. So server name is localhost. And my database name, this one, testing underscore parameter. I'm just pasting it here. If I press this OK, it will ask me the credential. Okay. I have already connected, so it didn't ask me the credential. If it is asked, then you need to enter this particular like root and your password. Whatever you have given here, you need to enter like for connecting to your database. So I have already connected, so it is not asking me again. So now I am just selecting a dev table and I want to go inside the Power Query editor. So I will click on this transform data. So inside the transform data, I will create my parameter, which help me to switch from one table to another table. So I have already created one parameter. Let me delete this first. Okay. So this is my table, basically a development table. Now I will create a parameter. So for parameter, I will go to this home menu bar, and here I have a manage parameter, and here I have a new parameter. So I will create a parameter and I will give the name is INB, and the type is text. Like I want to put the text inside this parameter, and I will give a list of value. List of value means I will give production, and then I will give testing, and then I will give develop development. So these three values I have given here. Now I want a default value as a production and current value as a production. Now, okay. So my parameter is created. If I click on this drop down, I can see my all three values are there. Now, what I have to do here, if I want to switch from one table to another table, I need to do some modification in this test parameter. Okay. So what I have to do here, I need to select this particular table and click on this advanced editor. So here you can see I have a source where I have my database, and this particular source I have my item tab. So I just need to change this tab to dynamic. I will make it dynamic by using a parameter. So what I have to do here inside this let, first I will create a variable environment, and I will store my parameter inside this environment variable. Now this source will be same for all these three cases. I just need to change this particular line of code. So for that, I have to use some conditional statement. Okay, so for conditional statement, what I have to do here, this particular variable will be same. So I just remove this and I mention here testing parameter. After equal to, I just need to use if statement. So I am giving here if environment equal to production, like someone selected production, then you need to change the source item to prod. Okay. Now this is our first condition. Now again, I have to use else if this time I will copy and paste it the same thing again. So this time I want here, if the environment is testing, then change the item to UAT. Okay. Now again, I am copying and pasting it here, pasting here. And this time I am putting environment as a development. Now, if the development is selected from the parameter, I want my item as a dev. And apart from these three things, if someone's given any other thing, so I have given here else statement, and in a double quote, I just mention here invalid data source. Okay, I just mentioned this else condition. Now I need to use this particular variable in a return. So I'm giving here after in. I'm just giving a testing parameter. If I press this done, so it is showing some error. Let me again. So what I did wrong, if I go to the advanced editor, I think I need to give it in a small letter, prod, and then UAT in a small letter, and then dev in a small letter. So let me run it again. Now I can see this is going correctly. So if I select here UAT, if I select here testing, so I can see that the table is changed to UAT. If I change it to development, I can see the table is changed to development. If I change it to production again, so I can see this is the production table. So my parameter is created and this parameter is now linked with our table. Now I have to close and apply. Now my table is loaded in Power BI desktop and I have created a card. I just drag this particular column in this card. So currently it is showing prod because I have selected prod in my parameter. Now I will save this particular report and I will publish it into Power BI services. So I'm publishing it in my dev workspace, just publishing it. Now let me open it in Power BI services. Now my dashboard is published on Power BI services. I can see this is my report. Now I need to download on-premises data gateway. So if I click on this download, here I have a data gateway. I have already downloaded this particular data gateway. So if I show you in my download folder, so I have already downloaded this and install this in my system. So if you install this particular data gateway, and if you search here in your window on premises data gateway, and if you open this particular software, so this is my on-premises data gateway. I need to sign in with the same mail ID which I have used in Power BI services. So let me copy this particular mail ID and I'm pasting it here, pasting it here, and then I have to click on this next. Again, I need to sign in from Microsoft. Now I can see here the gateway was not found. So please try to reconfigure the gateway. So what you have to do here, you need to come to this connector and you need to select the folder where you are saving your all the data. So in my case, I am saving all the data in my this recording ZTH folder. So I just select this and pressing OK. You need to select your own folder where you are putting all of your like Excel file, all of your .SQL file, everything. You need to select that particular folder. Now in service setting, in status, you will see here the gateway was not found. So in the status, you need to configure it. So I'm just configure and register a new gateway on this computer. Now here I have to give the name of my gateway. So I'm giving here MySQL name here, and you need to give the recovery key. So I will give the recovery key you have to give your recovery key name. Okay, let's configure it. Now I can see this gateway is MySQL is online and ready to use. So in my on-premises data gateway, my connection is created. Basically, the gateway is created. Now I have to set up this thing in Power BI services also. So I'm duplicating this particular tab. This first particular tab, I just want to go to this workspace and in my tab workspace. So here I will see all of my report and their semantic model. So this is my dashboard, parameterized source changes. So if I refresh it, so I will see some error. You can see here this is an error because we have set up the gateway in the local, but we haven't set up the gateway in my Power BI services. So for setup this, you need to click on this three dot. You need to go to here setting option. And here you have a gateway and cloud connection. You need to click on this particular gateway and cloud connection. You need to on this use an on-premises or VNet data gateway. So here you will see your local gateway, MySQL. Now it is showing here the status is not configured correctly. So you need to click on this right arrow and here you need to add to gateway. This thing you need to do. If you click on this add to gateway, it is asking you the connection name. So I'm just giving the name is MySQL, the server name is same, and database is same. In the authentication, I'm giving basic, and I'm giving the same password and username which I am using in my MySQL. Okay, and just I'm creating this particular connection. So if again I go to this gateway, I can see here it is showing running on Praveen selected all data sources. Okay, so again, I need to click on this on and you need to select this MySQL. So this is how you can create your connection in the Power BI services. Now I just need to apply it. So if I apply it, you can see the data source credential. It is showing admin has granted access. Credential are not required. Now here you have a parameter. Okay, so you are currently in prod. I want to change it to the testing. Like, so again, I'm giving it testing and I'm clicking outside and apply. It will take few seconds. And then I need to refresh this particular data source. So I'm again going to the dev workspace and I will refresh this particular semantic model. So I just refresh it. So this time you will not get any error. Now I can see my data source is refreshed. It is refreshed now. And again, I go to this report and if I'm refreshing it, I can see the table is changed to this UAT. Okay. So I have switched the table from this parameter. So if I'm giving a development, and then I'm applying it, and again I'm refreshing this data source in the workspace. And again, I refresh this report. I can see this is now switched to dev table. So this is how you can create a dashboard which is having some parameter and we can switch from one table to another table. And I have already shown you how you can create a gateway connection in your local and in your Power BI services. I hope this video is very helpful for people and see you in the next video. Thank you.